This is a view of the light, a fire burning through the night. We rise, we shine, we take the fight. The view of the light.
All right, everybody, get your virtual hands together because it is the season 9 finale of Spirit Sessions, or premiere, not finale, premiere of Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light. I am Jessica Dugas, the creator of the Breakthrough Show Network, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you today the panel for our 2026 season of Spirit Sessions. Please keep the energy high vibe in the comments as I bring to you on the screen today our founder, the maestro behind it all. Teresa Warren, aka T-Dubs, is here today. Teresa, are you excited for this season?
Oh my gosh, this season is going to be so much fun. I know at least the first 6 months of it. So let's do it.
It's going to be amazing. And also taking the stage today, another one of our founding hosts, the incredible Rhonda Elliott's here today.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Are you pumped for this season, Rhonda?
I am pumped. I'm renewed. I'm pumped. I'm just taking it all in. It's awesome.
Love it. Love it. And also bringing to the stage this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are in the world, she is one of our creative visionaries within the Breakthrough Show Network, and we love to have her as a co-host on Spirit Sessions and Project Joy Live. Please welcome back Miss Brittany Floyd.
Hey.
Yay.
Hello, everyone.
Yay, Brittany. Yay,
Great to
Brittany.
have
Glad to
you
be
here. Yes, love it. And we love the bright colored background, bringing the vibes.
Of course.
Bringing
Always.
the vibes. Love it. All right. Also welcoming back this season. She's got, always has the most incredible energy reports for us. Please welcome back to Spirit Sessions, Katie Steinle.
Hi, everybody. Happy 2026. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to hear about the energy that you're going to share with us today. It's going to be good. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So good. All right. One of our, we've got two co-hosts who started with us last season, and we're super excited to bring them back this season. First up, TK, also known as Teresa Clan, is here, everybody.
Yay.
Welcome back, Teresa.
Much love to everybody. Thank you for having me back this season.
Love it. And you've been working really hard behind the scenes on our newsletter for Spirit Sessions, among other things. And we just want to thank you so much for your hard work on that as well.
Well, thank you for kind of hand-holding me through that, Jessica. Couldn't do it without you.
So cool.
We appreciate it so much. And last but certainly not least, she's a beautiful energy that lit up the screen last season, and we're excited to have her back this season. Please put your virtual hands together for Ann Johannessen.
Yay.
Thank you for having me, and happy 2026.
Happy 2026. So excited. It is my pleasure to see all of you here, and I'm so excited for everything that's going to be happening within the Breakthrough Show Network this season. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to T-Dubs.
Okay, I'm so excited. Today we're here to celebrate the new year all together, all of us, and you, our family out there. And we have some fun things to do. One thing you can all prepare for, and I see some of you guys out there ready. So if you're ready, take a moment to contemplate your intentions for 2026 and pick your word and put it in the comments. I had the privilege of joining Jessica on this amazing workshop where we looked at last year and our word, and we felt into it. We did so many different exercises and activities. And so last year my word was open, and I found that word actually helped me pull through some of the darkest times in my life. So it's like, yay. But you know what I wasn't open to so much? I was open to fun. I don't know why, but so this year I wanted to add fun into it. So my word of the year that I made in Jessica's course there, that workshop, is open-hearted.
Oh, I love that.
Aw, so
So
good.
if you see me bailing out on fun, you guys can help me remember. But I've got all kinds of affirmations and I'm all set up. So, but thank you.
That's
Oh, and
awesome.
so what are your guys' words? That's what I wanted to ask next. Sorry.
Hey, Jessica, what's your word?
So my word this year is presence. Presence.
Presence.
Is my word. Yeah. I'm leaning into it already, and spending some time every day to do a post where I can reflect on what I've noticed in being present. And so it's been fun so far to get to shout out to a good friend of mine, and really reflect and be present with our relationship, to the post I made yesterday, which was about my daughter making waffles that were chocolate chip waffles, and the chocolate chip landed right where the hair on the gingerbread waffle would be. And so it was very cute. And sometimes, it's like sort of the message that when we least expect it, alignment happens. And are we paying attention to that alignment? Taking the time to be present with it. So it's good.
So good. So good. TK, do you have a word?
I do. My word is surrender, very much along the lines of not my will, but thy will,
Okay.
associated with Munai, being in right harmonious relationship with self and all my relations, reciprocal earth keeping. So
Very cool.
that's my word. Just a furtherance, a continuation of the I am presence.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about you, Ann?
So I had 3 words, and I was like, which one is the most true for me? I've been very stressed. My nervous system has been a little bit icky, but my word for the year is playfulness.
Playfulness. Oh, I love that one.
So
yay.
serious.
How about you, Katie Steinle?
Well, now I'm wishing I would have choose playfulness. So fun.
Come along.
Like, how can I explain more? I'm a Leo, so that comes so natural to me. I actually chose devotion for the year, and it kind of just dropped in, and I was like, devotion? That's interesting. But to me, it's such a sacred word. It just has such reverence around it, because it's about really being fully present, being fully where you're at, focusing on what really matters to you. And, it could be different for all of us, right? But just carving out that time every day to devote something with your presence and your focus, to bring you into a higher state, I think is a really beautiful thing. So that's going to be my challenge for the year.
And how about you, Ms. Brittany?
Okay, so for this year, I chose the word tend, because I feel like this year for me isn't about pushing or proving anything. It's just about gently caring for what I've already grown and just letting it fold on its own time. So
That's a good one. I never would have thought of that word. Mine, I've had a lot of changes in my life in the past 6 months, and I think my word for this year is being adaptive.
Oh yeah, that's handy.
So I was thinking of all sorts of different words, and I wasn't quite sure if adaptive is the correct tense of that word, but it's being adaptive to my situations, and just instead of fighting it, it's kind of adapting and going with the flow of everything. So, and just figuring it out as I go along.
If you took Jessica's class, you would have known exactly if that was the exact word you wanted, or if it was like another shade of it, kind of.
Yeah.
And there was something else. Oh yeah, you would have had all the assurity, but I love that word.
We went around and around for like, it's a 2-hour workshop I do every year, and we went around and around. This year was interesting with everybody that was there, and really digging in deep to not just the meaning of the words, but looking at all of the similar words that are, you know, surround that word, and it all felt good. I know Sang, that's out in the audience right now, she picked the word sovereign, and that felt really good in the moment too. Like there was a lot of good words there, so it was great.
That's so fun.
That's a very cool practice. And you brought it to us last year. And even though I wasn't able to get to your class this year, I thought, well, I'm going to do it anyways.
That's it. Just take it and carry it on over, even if you can't come.
Beautiful. And everyone, to let you know, when we do a guided meditation a little later in our show today, we'll be weaving that word in. So no pressure, just sort of allow it to sort of percolate within you, and you might pick a word, but during the meditation, a different one might come up, and that's totally fine. That's being adaptable, in the flow, sovereign, play, etc., etc. It's all of it together. Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool. So, Katie Steinle, we're going to put you on the, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out with this many people, which little one I want to put here.
What button to press.
Which button to press. So if you see people coming on and going down, that's why. And I'm trying to get Katie over here. And for some reason, I'm trying to move her and I can't seem to move her. Can you move her on your side?
I will help. Yeah. There we go.
There I am.
I got you.
It's my mouse. It's not. See, that's how I was being adaptable. I
am happy to orchestrate the movement of the people today.
I'm going to let you move.
Everybody has their place, right? It takes a village. It's so true.
Certainly does.
And so, I'm super excited. Everybody that watches the show knows I love coming on and doing the astrological forecast, or we call it the cosmic weather report. I like to pretend I'm like the local news weather reporter, special weather reporter that the show calls in whenever, we need to kind of just get everybody ready and everybody informed, because to me, awareness is one of the strongest superpowers you can ask for or cultivate. And, there's always things that are going to happen. There's always things that are going to knock us off center, like Rhonda was saying. But when we have that awareness around it, instead of just getting completely hammered and feeling like an absolute victim in all of it, you can kind of just step back and go, oh, right on time. Okay, I knew that was coming, right? So now I'm choosing how I'm going to respond instead of just reacting, from a knee-jerk emotion. And, 2025, I think we would all agree, was an incredibly intense, crazy year. And I feel like it's been kind of like that since 2020, right? It's just been getting more and more and more intense. And so if you think about, looking back in history, there's certain years that were these catalytic type of years. And you can look and almost see the defining moment of, things shifted in a way where they were never the same, looking back. And I feel like 2026 is one of those years. I think if 2025, if you were looking around kind of going, is this really happening right now? 2026 is pretty much going to say yes, and there's no going back. So what do we do, to just start to learn to move and ebb and flow and swim in this beautiful energy and let it carry us, right? Instead of trying to make sense of it all, or, try to compare to how it used to be, 5 years ago. And so I just want to highlight just a couple of the big themes that you'll notice this year, again, just so you can have that awareness around it. And I love that we started out where we were doing core, or like kind of our word that, for each individual is going to be our word for the year. I think if I had to pick a word for 2026 in general, I would say Genesis. And I don't mean you have to just look at it like you're starting completely over, because you have to really look back and appreciate all you've done and how much you've changed and grown since 2020. You know, things happen in 7-year cycles. And my background's astrology, human design. Human design, when we track greater evolutionary cycles, about every 500 years or so, you know, the little wheels in the universe click, and it kind of is that background frequency that just subtly affects us and, you know, kind of moves us in different directions. That's officially changing in 2027. So you can see 2026 is this like cumulative year, really leading up to this, and, you know, doing the final tweaks and whatnot. And so think of it from, you know, as a 0 point field, really, because you have done a lot of the work. I think most of us would agree that we have been forced to really go within, clear out a lot of deep buried trauma and conditioning, and, you know, start to really look at ourselves in a different way of how do we fit in with the world and still hold on to our uniqueness. You know, it's this, we're moving away from a time, it used to be the last 500-year cycle was all about, kind of think of it, it's been since the Industrial Revolution, where we were building tribes, communities, societies, right? And we had centralized, you know, government structures, you know, to hold all of that up. And you can see as we get closer and closer, you know, to 2027, a lot of that is destabilizing. It's falling away. And it's not to say, you know, this is bad. It's just as we evolve collectively, you know, we need to sometimes stop and check the structures in place to make sure that they are moving with us and pulling us into, you know, a higher version of humanity and what that looks like on Earth. So I just wanted to put that word in your head. So as you move through the year, you know, on a fundamental level, you're going to be really looking at your identity. And I love just us even all choosing words is like that first step of like, what do I want to focus on? Who am I? What do I want to lead with this year? You know, what is meaning, right? Where's there meaning in my life? What is this all about? What am I doing? Why am I here? You know, these deep questions you might find surfacing. You know, structure. How do you structure your life? How do you structure your body, your vessel, right? Like that houses your soul and knows the way. It's not necessarily gentle. It's about really getting honest with yourself in a very deep way. And the astrology that I'll just, you know, do some of the highlights of the year, but that just know that's always, there's always universal energetic support that is working with you, wants to help you. It just simply needs your free will choice of saying, hey, I acknowledge you, I call you in, and I set my intention to work with you in this way. And then get out of your own way and look for the signs, because the synchronicities will be there. You know, you are always being guided. You are never alone. And what makes this year one of the big, important years is we have the zodiac wheel, which kind of is, you know, the universe, right? You know, in the sky, if you were laying down on the grass and you were looking up, you know, that would be kind of like everything that you see. As that is at the 0 point, the starting point of that zodiac wheel is 0 degrees Aries. We have our huge outer planets that really influence all of us, not just, you know, how's my sun affecting me today? Moving from, we have Saturn and Neptune that have been hanging out at that last degree of Pisces, the 29th degree of the entire zodiac wheel. They are finally going to be crossing over and staying past that 0 degree starting mark, you know, like where you've got the runner starting the race and they wave the flag and they're off. And once they're off and running and they cross that 0 point, it's a new chapter. It's a new, whole new, you know, way of doing things. And these are big cycles. We just had Pluto, the biggest, most outer planet that really drives everything. It takes 250 years to go around this wheel. And it just also crossed that point and started a whole new 250-year cycle in Aquarius. So we really are at this time of, this entering this age of Aquarius, and picture yourself stepping through over the threshold of this door into this whole new, earth reality, and realizing with all that Aquarian energy that you have the power when you have the awareness, and you do the work. You have the power to really start co-creating your life in the most amazing way. And you can start accessing different timelines. I mean, we are moving into the quantum. And so you think plasma, and you just, plasma is like so moldable. So it's very exciting. I'm not going to lie. Anytime you're having this big of change and impact, it's shaking things up, so I just want to make sure everybody realizes that, and that way we can move with that energy, like I said. But what that will do is really, Neptune is spirituality. It is transcendence. And Saturn is the vessel. It's the body. And so you will find, even us that are probably watching the show, most of us, I would consider we're probably relatively awake already. But you'll start to see this massive collective awakening, people kind of popping like popcorn, because that's hitting you, right where it counts, in the first house, the physical being. So, people will have a lot more spiritual experiences. They're going to be, when you are advanced and you've been doing the work, you'll start to notice our nervous systems are going to become, they already are now, the most important thing that you should be aware of and focusing on, because we're getting hammered with all the light from the solar activity, three-eye atlas, all these things. What they're doing is they're giving us this opportunity to hold more light, to hold more consciousness, to hold more of our God sovereign power that is within, and knock the guru that is Pisces, that guru model that we all had to follow somebody that knew more and, could connect better than us. And we just gave all our power away and wanted to learn from them. No. When these planets move into Aries, this is about you. And so you're going to really find a lot of opportunities this year to be going within and getting clear on your identity and your truth. And Neptune is also illusion. It's that fog where you can't quite see. And you notice with it at that final degree that it's just been hanging on. Like a lot of us, I don't know about you guys, but half the time I'm like, am I dreaming? I mean, I think I'm awake, but like, I just feel like I'm like moving through a fog, and then you've got AI, and I'm like seeing stuff, and I'm like, is this real, or is this like some kind of avatar? Like all of these things are kind of happening because what they're doing, again, if you step back and become the observer, they're getting you to really get clear. What does truth feel like in my body, so that when I start to see these things, I respond from my own sovereignty, instead of just being like the cog in the wheel that, like, just because they said it was so on the news, you're like, okay, that's like 100% real. So it's really going to be flipping things on its head. And it's going to be pushing a lot more higher level energy into the body. And so the more you can be doing to help your vessel as we kind of shift and change this direction, the better that you will be as we move through the year. Another point to make around April, you're going to see Uranus, which is the planet that just shakes things up and it moves us forward. Uranus is our galactic connection. It really opens us up again to just this quantum, anything is possible kind of energy. It's going to be moving and staying in Gemini, the mind. So don't be surprised by April. Things this year are going to feel like you just took a quantum leap. Like it's just, time is going to go fast, so this is again why you need to have that awareness, and you need to be ready, and you need to have done your work. So as things are coming at you and shifting and changing, you're nimble. You can, bob and weave, so to speak, because Uranus in Gemini is going to revolutionize, AI big time, media, communications. It's tied to flight, our nervous systems. It's electricity, and we are electromagnetic beings. And the more that we discover with Uranus and Gemini, you know, things like three-eye atlas and things that are outside of our known, you know, what our brains have been holding, you know, it's that. So your nervous system is going to really feel triggered this year, and things are going to be coming at you so fast that sometimes it's hard to, like, you know, what do I even focus on, right? But what's going to make the people rise and fall by this is curiosity, staying mentally agile, right? Anything you can do to kind of help support yourself in that way. Then as all this stuff is getting, you know, shaken up, systems, you might, you know, around springtime, you might start to notice, again, more decentralization of platforms being replaced, you know, by, you know, smaller, you know, like more creative type of energy, and just staying flexible and really honoring your nervous system, and really just making sure if you're feeling off, if you're feeling wonky, you know, take the rest, take the time, do what you need to do, get off social media, give yourself, your nervous system a chance to recalibrate, and then go, you know, back to it, because it's a real thing. And we've already witnessed it, right? With some of the solar flares, it can take you out, you know, if you're not, you know, working with it. And then in June, we've got another big one. We've got Chiron, who is the wounded healer. So when Chiron shifts, it's shifting into Taurus in June. And that is always going to stir. And again, this stuff is subtle. It's soft. If you're not consciously bringing more awareness online, a lot of people won't necessarily even be able to identify it. But what it's really going to be stirring deep, deep within, Taurus is going to be, it's our safety, it's our worth. I mean, these are deep, think, you know, like root and sacral chakra. I mean, this is core stuff. And if anybody, you know, struggles with self-worth, I have, you know, my whole life. I mean, we all know, like, that's a toughie, you know, because that's nothing outside of you. You know, somebody can tell you you're beautiful 100 times, but if you don't feel that and feel it deep in your body and really embody that, you know, you're not acting as your full highest self, right? You're not, the frequency wise, resonating with being able to call in the things that you are worthy of and the love that you are, you know. So this is really important. So again, anything that you can be doing, or just, you know, just being curious about with that think about, your mind is really going to be incredibly active this year with Uranus. You know, it's going to be looking at things of your safety, what brings you worth, you know, your resources, your body. You know, Taurus is our body itself. Saturn is going to be sitting in the first house, the body, you know. So when you start to see like layers, when I'm, you know, looking at astrology and things, that's telling us that the universe is really, you know, hitting us over the head and going, you guys, you really need to focus on this. And what it's doing is it's doing this so that we are becoming more aware of our bodies, our nervous systems, and we are able to start to move from a carbon-based being into a light-based being. And light is consciousness, you know? So if you are like, I don't even know how to do that or where to start, you just start with awareness. You start with opening your mind, being curious, being mentally agile, right? You know, doing all these things. So it's really beautiful when you can look back and see again how supportive the universal energy is with us, you know, and wants to help. But don't be surprised if, you know, this sometime, you know, mid-year, you've got old wounds that kind of come up around survival and value, you know, if they start to surface. And it's not, you're not being punished. It's an opportunity for you to take that energy and transform it into wisdom, and to pull it out and say, I love you. And you've helped me, you know, because I didn't realize I had some worth issues. And now that I do, I'm going to love on you, and I'm going to put you back in a whole different calibrated way so that I can hold more light and more love. And then you'll start to notice as you'll start to notice more love, more light, all those things in the world and moving towards you, more opportunity for that to bring in.
Hey,
Kind of-
Katie.
Yeah.
Katie, you have packed this in. We're going to have to get you back soon because we got 30 minutes left and a whole lot of
I could talk all day. You guys know
I
that.
know, but look at how deep, man. I wish I had brought my notepad, but we've got a meditation and card pulls for Capricorn coming up and fun things. So thank you, Katie.
You are welcome. It's going to be a great year.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you for sharing all that with us. Rhonda, how shall we proceed with the card pulls?
Okay, well, let's get it all. Oh, it's there.
Here we are.
Touch it. I just should have left it to Jessica. Sorry. Who would like to go first? Well, it's the birthday girl's prerogative, and that's Teresa, who is the birthday girl today. Well, yoo-hoo. So we're celebrating her. So, Teresa, would you like to start with, Capricorn and maybe your own birthday reading?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I take it all because I like all this. I'm using Diana Cooper's The Magic of Unicorns today because I have like 15 of my decks all tied up in an angel blessing reading right now. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, which ones do I have left? And the one that jumped out, of course, was unicorns. Let's bring in unicorns for the new year. And so the unicorns are asking us to embody the law of grace, to be your divine essence and dissolve all that is not grace.
Okay.
So keeping that in mind, and how to do that is to declutter your life, which will give you a glimpse of new opportunities. Just like when you wipe your windows clean, you can see what's out there for you. So that's one way to bring it through. And the third way for the Capricorns, believe it or not, is community. So participate and belong. What a feeling, huh? And enrich your life. So that's what I pulled for us today.
Thanks, Teresa. Let's go with Ann. Ann, have you got a card for us today?
Let's unmute. Yeah, I have two actually. Today I'm using the Rose Oracle by Campbell. And for you Capricorns, I read the cards intuitively, so I don't know if you want to blow me up on the screen here.
I'll let Jessica, can you blow her up on the screen?
So that they can see the, I show the cards even though it has text. That's just because I want people to read their own intuitive message if they want to. The first card is the return. It says a new story, you decide, alignment, and coming together. So I get with this that you have been feeling very off lately, and it kind of feels like you're gonna return, but you're not actually gonna return, but you're gonna become into a new version of yourself. It feels like a return, but it's not. It's even better. So just trust the process and also trust the seasons, because as we transition, like Katie says, it's been a rough couple of years. More than a couple of. So trust the seasons. We all go through seasons. We as women, we have 4 seasons in 28 days, and we have 4 seasons in a year. So it's all, you're shedding a lot. And I want to say happy birthday to all the Capricorns, Teresa and my brother and a lot of family members. And so if you look at the image, it feels like it's all coming together, right? It's coming back together. Just trust. Trust is the main word for the Capricorns this month.
Cool. Very cool. Okay, let's see. Brittany, did you want to go next?
Sure.
Been awful quiet, so why don't you go next?
Sure. I would love to.
Thank you. And
The deck that
there,
I
look
am
at that. I
pulling
could do
from
it. Yeah.
is the Dark Fantasy Tarot deck. And I just want to say that I picked this one because the darker tones reflect that inward grounding season, that kind of energy that invites us to get honest about what actually matters before we move forward. And January really carries that kind of energy. And for Capricorns, I pulled two different cards. The first one here, I have the Queen of Swords. And what really stands out to me isn't the sword that she's holding. It's the way that she's positioned. She has one hand open, almost like she knows that she's about to receive something, right? There's a calm here, a grounded knowing. It almost feels like she's saying, I've already made my decisions. I've said what needed to be said. And I feel like that's very on point for Capricorns because January doesn't need to feel like forcing or clarity or pushing harder. It feels like just allowing what you've already know align with and finally meet you. And then the second one I pulled here is the King of Swords. And as you can see here, he is it's just how he's seated, right? There's just a stillness about him. He's centered and grounded in his authority. The sword isn't raised, it's resting. And this tells me that it isn't about reaction or defense. This is mastery. The king doesn't need to prove anything. He's already decided. He's already clear. This is very calm authority. It's not forcing. It's not convincing. It's just deciding. So I feel like the two of these two together, I feel like for Capricorn, January is asking you to trust your own judgment. You've already done the thinking. You've weighed out the options and you don't need any more opinions.
Sure. Nice. Love that. TK, Teresa.
Hey,
Quinn.
woohoo. Hi, Kim. I see you there. Welcome. I'm using the Mystical Shaman Oracle in honor of my teachers, all of them. And the card I pulled for the Capricorns is card number 20, Flow. And this deck is designed where you don't need to read the book. So just tap into the movement within the card, in particular flow. This card is inviting us to recognize there's season ebbs and flows, whether it's through our own cycles, planetary cycles, cosmic cycles that happen, but just to find that beautiful stillness within and allowing and accepting what flows within us and around us. Doing so harmoniously, not fighting, not resisting, because we've done that. We've already done that. Now is a time to be in ease, flow, grace, peaceful synchronicities with the energies that abound within us and around us. So the card is Flow.
Oh, I like that. Like that a lot.
Yeah, I like
Okay. Jessica, you. And I'm not too worried about the time today, Teresa, if we go over, because it's our premiere and it's, not one will repeat again next week, but people want to watch us over again, they can stay to the end and that'll be just a special bonus.
It is what it is, Rhonda.
I know. Absolutely.
Yes.
It's going to be wonderful, no matter how it is today. So
Listen, at
carry
least I feel I always, anytime our shows go over a little bit on the network, it's like it's goodness anyway, so it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have seen this thing that's been happening for a little while now, that the Buddhist monks have been walking from Texas to Washington, D.C. on a walk for peace, over 2,000 miles. It's so inspiring. And part of the way through this journey they've been on, there was an accident. They got in an accident, and one of the monks actually had to go into the hospital. Their leg was wounded so bad they had to have it amputated.
Oh.
And he
Oh.
finally was this was in the beginning of their journey. He was finally released from the hospital a couple days ago, and they said he said he saw it as an offering for this journey. Like, it just, the whole thing has taken me back, and I became aware of it because the place that we used to live in Alabama before moving back to Connecticut, they actually stopped at the square there and did a whole thing. So a lot of my people that I knew from back in that area were sharing all about them coming through. So anyway, what does that have to do with anything? It ties into the cards that I chose today, which are not actually oracle or tarot cards or anything like that. These cards are from Buddhist nun Pema Chodron, called compassion cards. And they speak to different practices of compassion. And it's just the space that I'm in right now. And I thought these would be beautiful to share. So the one that I chose for Capricorn is card number 41. These are very simple cards, no illustrations, but this one is 2 activities, one at the beginning and one at the end. And Pema's commentary says, in the morning when you wake up, you reflect on the day ahead and aspire to use it to keep a wide open heart and mind. Doesn't that sound familiar, Teresa? As at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, you think over what you have done. If you fulfilled your aspiration even once, rejoice in that. If you went against your aspiration, rejoice that you are able to see what you did and are no longer living in ignorance. This way, you will be inspired to go forward with increasing clarity, confidence, and compassion in the days that follow.
Oh, very nice. Wow. Thank you, Jessica. Hey, Katie, did you choose a card? I forgot to ask you.
I would love to dedicate that time to the meditation, just because I did go over. So
we don't.
I crammed in my card to, my astrology forecast, put it that way.
Okay. I guess that leaves me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So going along the theme of Capricorn, happy birthday. I want y'all to expect miracles.
Oh, yes.
And that goes with expecting the unexpected, expect miracles. But place yourself in this golden light. Remember that the light of God is within you, right there in the heart of your being and soul. Good things can happen for you, but in order to manifest something wonderful in your life, you have to believe that it is possible. You could be seeing a miracle you need as impossible or even too big for you to achieve, but ultimately, this is exactly the thing that's blocking you from actually it happening. So change it now. Expect miracles and they will come.
Yes, please.
Yes. So expect those miracles, Capricorns. And that yellow light, that's all about you are good enough to receive them, and don't think you aren't, because everybody is good enough to receive the miracles. Because again, the only thing the Creator wants us to be is happy. So whatever that takes. So we're back to Teresa, and we're going to do thanks. We're going to do the card for the collective now. Oh, you're on mute, my darling. And I don't do that every time.
Well, is it better to have T-Dubs quiet or talking? Sometimes, you got to wonder. I had some real quick affirmations I wanted to read over. To align with today's energies, January the 4th, yesterday being the full moon and stuff. It's about honoring our energy. So I honor sturdy, safe, forward-moving steps while joyfully celebrating my daily progress, which I feel is kind of what Jessica was saying about the beginning and the ending. and creating a restful space in my life for thoughtful and heartfelt contemplation. My energy becomes my accomplice, not my hindrance, which I'm feeling that one I need right now. And listening to my intuitive guidance, I take purposeful steps toward meaningful outcomes. See, we're walking with intention. And then for the whole year ahead, in 2026, I choose growth over comfort. I might try to merge it a little more myself, but each lesson makes me wiser and more aligned. I move forward with patience and purpose, trusting long-term efforts bring lasting success. And I've learned a little lesson about this lately, so I like that one. So this year, I embody truth and integrity, choosing the path that strengthens my spirit. And so I meant to share those a while ago and I forgot. But for everybody, we've got some really neat unicorns here. So who was it that had flow? Was that UTK that had? Okay, it was.
Yeah.
So go with the flow, relax and trust. Accept what is happening. I think this will come up again and again. And sometimes you kind of have to talk yourself through things, right? And things will come and like, it's okay. Everything's really fine. I trust that the best outcome is there, and open your eyes and expect it, right? I mean, we're reasonable. We can expect miracles, right? The next one was the cosmic emerald. Create perfect health and access divine abundance. You know, the way we feel about ourselves and our health and abundance, some of that seems all wrapped up together sometimes. And sometimes I really wish it wasn't. But here we are. We've got a unicorn there, the cosmic emerald unicorn, to help us with these different areas. And so let them be a guide. And then manifest your dreams. Focus on your vision. Seek satisfaction and contentment. So keep your eyes on the prize and allow yourself to celebrate all along the way, because that's the way you'll be in the vibrations for this year. Whatever comes, keep your vibrations higher through everything, a higher perspective. So that's what I brought.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Ann. Yeah, look at that. It's just like a miracle. Thanks.
So Januaries can be very tough for people in the north, where I am, for example.
It's dark right now, isn't it, Ann?
Yeah, it gets dark around 3:30, so it's getting lighter and lighter. But yeah. So like Katie said, we've been not. I don't want to say struggle, but the energy has been different for the last 5 years, and I felt it myself. So this, I feel, applies to myself as well as the collective of everyone that is watching now and on the replay. So with this card, I feel that instead of being frustrated and irritated with the lack of energy and the lack of light and just not being able to do things that we want to do, just remember that we're in the dead of winter. It is time to go within. It is time to seek, what is it that wants to be released? What is it that I need to see? It says the sacred reunion. Love it within, inner and outer relationships. So this has to do with us looking at what is alive within me that I need to look at. What do I need to contemplate on? What do I need to release? This is the perfect opportunity, because as time goes on, it gets later and later, and we will be spending so much more time outdoors doing all kinds of things. This is a time of reflection, trusting, and just also remember
Thank
that
you,
is the
Ann.
message for all the collective for January.
Thank you. So Brittany is up next. There we go, Miss
Hi,
Brittany.
hello. So I'm still pulling from the same deck, the Dark Fantasy Tarot deck, and what I pulled out for the collective is the Ace of Pentacles. And what really stands out to me the most about this is that how the hand is just reaching up. It's not, and I feel like that's water below the hand. That's what it looks like to me. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But it looks like water to me. It's just like it's just open, it's just the hand reaching out of the water, almost like it knows that something is real, is available, but it doesn't need to rush it. And this tells me that January isn't about having the whole year mapped out. It's really about intention, right? Choosing one thing that you want to give your energy to and just allow it to begin slowly. The water here feels emotional. It's like an offering coming from something that you've already felt your way through. And as you could see, the mountains in the background to me just feel steady and grounded. It's not a fast growth, it's a sustainable growth almost. It just feels like a quiet offering, a chance to start something real, something that can grow over time if you treat it with care. So I feel like this year or this January for the collective, start small and be intentional and trust that what begins quietly can still become something meaningful.
Cool.
I kind of feel that supports the card that I.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They all kind of merge in, don't they?
Yeah, love that.
So,
They always do.
hey, Jessica, how about you? That's your new card.
All right. So when I pulled this out, I was really over here trying not to get emotional because it's just beautiful. The card for the collective from Pema Chodron's Compassion cards is number 39. And it says all activities should be done with one intention. And her commentary says, whatever you are doing, take the attitude of wanting it to directly or indirectly benefit others. Take the attitude of wanting it to increase your experience of kinship with your fellow beings.
That is beautiful, man. Love that. Love that card.
Yeah.
No crying. Do you want? Actually, I think I'll go next and leave Teresa because then she can flow right into her meditation if that's
Sure.
okay. I'm going to go next. Okay. So my last cards deck was from Kyle Gray, and this one, of course, is from Kyle Gray, who I learned a lot from, and he's one of my mentors. And I activate my angelic connection. Thank you, angels, for revealing to me what I need to know. I'm willing to listen. So this is from his angelic activations. And I figured, January, we all need some angels in our life and we need some angelic activations. So this card I pulled was from Jophiel. And it's January being a dark month, it's getting lighter, like we all say, but it's still pretty cold up here in the Northern Hemisphere. Jophiel says, weed your thoughts. What better time to weed than in the winter? Your mind is like a garden, a space requiring time and attention. This is when we go within. Take that time to weed out the thoughts and feelings you know are spoiling the beauty. Release your mental space, the reoccurring stories that you are telling yourself, especially the ones that hook you into the energy of fear. Instead, think about what you desire, like your miracles that you may be expecting, and remember what lights you up. Enjoy the blessings that are in your life. Let the flowers bloom from your loving thoughts. And the activation that you all need to take a deep breath in now and hold it as I say, my thoughts are seeds that blossom. We want to plant the good ones. So that's it. That's the angelic activation for January. And then we can go over to Teresa. Weed your thoughts, your card. Yeah.
Of
That's very nice.
course. Rhonda, thank you. Have you been taking part of Kyle Gray's Crown of Mary series?
No, I haven't, because I just have not had the
Yeah, it's a
space.
monthly thing. It's live, it's free, and it's all about the 12 stations of Mary and
Yeah.
her journey. And last time was Joseph, and he led us on a meditation and what he's calling what is it? Mystical Christianity or something like that. And I've never felt the divine masculine ever like I did during his journey with us. It was just beautiful.
He
Yeah.
does so many good things and free things, and it's he's really giving of his time and his attention, trying to uplift the world without dollar signs attached to it. I always feel.
Absolutely. I mean, you can donate for it, but money is no hindrance with him. So
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very-
I am
Thanks.
still using the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and 2 cards wanted to come forward. So let's go with the flow and go with that. The first one is the middle world. And again, just tune into the energies. Allow yourself to merge, to transfix with the card. Allow the card to turn into a movie. Maybe even put yourself in the image. And how do you interact with whatever is on the card? And the invitation here is be present now in our playground, remembering that our present is created by the future, not from the past. So that brings in all that sovereignty, etc., etc. And recognize if things maybe don't feel quite right in our middle world, in our day-to-day lifetime, then that needs to be addressed, but so does our relation with spirit and with our subconscious, the upper and the lower worlds. Those are mirrored in our middle world here. So that's one card. The second one that came is soul retrieval, which is a much used word, and it's just reclaiming. It's reclaiming, healing the wounds and bringing ourselves back to that state of innocence, of purity, of, yeah, that thing happened, but it doesn't have to define me, nor does it diminish me. In fact, it could make me stronger. So it's dealing with ourselves on the human avatar level, like Teresa with a little t, not a capital T, or self with a small s, not the capital S. And then once we start getting traction and momentum, when we take care of these aspects of ourselves, that's when we can truly show up as a clear, perfect vessel, connecting with the divine. And it's not like a hard line between them. It's all happening at once, as we all know full well. And this is just about claiming yourself. Enjoy the sweetness of life. It's not just one healing after another, after another, after another one. Each one gets us to that state of love, because when it's all said and done, what are we all talking about? Love, right? So that's the second card for the collective. And now
I
we
was just
can
going to
flow
say, I
into
love
the-
how it's a butterfly. Again, the butterfly motif that's in our new our new logo,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
yeah, so cool.
Okay, so I've been invited to do a guided meditation. This is just going to be a shorter meditation, and our frequent flyers will know that I do this. I kind of create it spontaneously in the moment, which is fun and enjoyable for me. Today, I've been muchly inspired by Katie's Cosmic Weather Report, so that will be part of it. If you were with us earlier in our broadcast today, you were invited to create, accept, distill, allow to rise within you, or download one word you would like to take and embody as your lived experience for the year 2026. And think big, think out of the box. Think, I don't do that. I'm not associated with that. Yes, you are. Yes, you can, because it's been shared. We're planting seeds of intention now. So it's time to step up and claim it, because you are worthy of all this and so much more. So let's do the meditation. So get comfy, allow the surface you are sitting on to do its job, which is to support you. Finding your breath, tuning into your breath. Breathe your body as your body breathes you. Breathe with the universe as the universe breathes you as well. And that beautiful dance and flow between the invisible and the material. Inviting you to maybe lower your gaze, soften your eyes, or even close your eyes. Allowing yourself to tune into your inner landscapes, your inner essence, releasing thoughts of the past or the future. Just to indulge yourself, allow yourself to be here now. And from within your head, drop your awareness from your head down into your heart or chest area. And imagine you are breathing in and out of your heart or chest area, maybe a little slower and deeper than usual. Just find an easy rhythm that is comfortable for you. Beautiful. Now pick whatever landscape you wish. A beach, a meadow, your favorite planet, an astral realm you enjoy, or just cozying exactly where you are now in the middle world. Just take a moment, get your bearings here. Try to sensate it as much as you can. What do you feel? What do you see? What do you notice? Later on, you can come back and contemplate these pieces, just like you would any dream you would have in, the nighttime when you're sleeping, because those are portals, doorways into the imaginal realm, letting you know far more about yourself than maybe appears on the surface. Just look around. Is there anyone or anything with you you'd like to take note of? But look there. Within reach, you see a beautiful flame, a violet flame. And maybe you can hear it crackling. Maybe you're sensing some consciousness attached to it. But whatever it is, you know it's perfect and here just for you. Now, earlier you were invited to dream up a word for your year, but at the same time, maybe there was a little resistance to that word. Now, look down, pick up a stick, hold the stick, blow into the stick any resistances you may have associated with that word or not. Anything you would like to release, let go of, come to completion on, put to bed from the year 2025, or even these first few days of 2026. And just blow into the stick. Hurts, resentments, sticky points, angers, fears, all the fears. Blow it into the stick. And when the stick feels full, you're going to throw it, place it into the fire that you've created. And that releases what was stored in the stick, in the manifest, releases all that light and lets it go, letting it go. Maybe there's more to release, so you can pick up another stick, blow into it anything that is old energy no longer serving you, that you do not need moving forward. Blow it into your stick and offer that to the fire. There you go. Well done, everybody. And just trust and know that it is as simple as that. And now bringing your awareness just back, let the violet flame fade off so it can help others. And bring to mind, bring to your heart your word for the year. Activate your word as a feeling, being that quality, high level value, virtue, characteristic, experience. Activate that within your heart and allow that to spread out within your entire body, being bathing you with the radiance of your chosen word. Inside your cells, on the surface of your cells, in the spaces between the cells of your body, warming you like a new dawning sun warms the earth. Really soak up that light, that word, like a thirsty flower. Allow it to nourish you, sustain you for all that is to come. For you create your realm of safety. You are the one that is sovereign, and claim your right to be your unique expression of Creator. For when we step in and accept that inner alignment of who we are in spiritual truth, the universe can do nothing else but to reflect that back to us. Knowing we are loved, knowing the universe has our back. No more comparisons, no more distractions that call us from our callings. Claim your unique identity. Move with the flow. Stay curious. Stay in the moment. Allow a new Genesis to birth within you. Share your light. You are exactly who we are looking for. Yes, you've done clearing. Claim that. When you clear, always refill. Come back to your heart. Come back to your words. Allow new words to come and inform you. Become that higher version of humanity that we are all being called to. Honest with ourselves, dreaming a new world into being of love, of unity, of play, of adaptability, of flexibility. All you need to do is hold on to your light, for everything else is transitory. Okay, coming back to your breath now, bringing your awareness back to your body. Take a nice deep breath in and hold at the top. And exhale. Exhale. If you want, you can do some humming to release a little nitric oxide, to help reset the vagus nerve, to really embody and begin the integration process of this short meditation. Coming back, do maybe a little stretching, flutter your eyes open, little head massage, tapping, massaging, looking around the room, orienting, identifying things. Hold your favorite grounding stone. Push your feet down, yawn, very gentle thymus thumps, just that little bulgy spot there to ground and center, and you are back now.
Love that gong at the end.
Just have to. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
my
you,
pleasure.
everybody. Katie, one quick question about, since you didn't do a card, one quick question about this wolf moon that we just had. Anything we should be doing today, because we're still under the influence?
Well, we were talking about all the Capricorn energy that we're sitting in. And again, it's just taking us back to the body, the vessel, the grounding, right? So you're getting this last, opportunity to have, the light of the full moon shine any shadows, anything that you thought you'd gotten rid of everything and you're ready to walk through that threshold of 2026. But you'll find some things with this full moon that need your attention. And everything everybody said was so beautiful about, like Ann saying, sit in the darkness, right? Take advantage of this, because I can't emphasize enough, once we cross over that 0 point, you won't have these opportunities. Like Ann was saying, then it's more about the light and moving towards that. So it's a really beautiful, quiet, solitude type of moon.
No, okay. Because it made me think of it when I saw it in Teresa's card. I was just thinking, oh, yeah.
Right.
That's a really cool
Yeah.
card.
I love the cards today.
They're awesome. Teresa, birthday girl.
So inspiring.
T-dubs.
Yes.
Anything to say to us? Because you have had lots to work over the last little while.
Well, yeah, I did. Real quick, because I don't know. I worry about the time. Maybe you guys don't. But
No, I'm not worried about
everything that I
The
went
boss is
through,
here.
all that I went through last year, and I was going through it day and night. It was like my own personal 5-night at Freddy's game happening to me every night.
Wow.
And it was so rough. And I had to manually talk myself through it. And it was like, oh man, it was so much attacks last year. But the truth was, dude, I was going through thresholds and portals, man. I was swimming. I was changing. I was dropping all the things that I was worried about. And so it works when we really do focus on moving forward rather than looking at all the problems. It really works. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that's my take from whatever last year was.
Hey, boss lady Jessica, have you got some final words? And thank you so much for being here, and everybody else. But yeah, Jessica, thank you for making time. I know you have endless time, so thank you.
I do. I'm trying to keep that perspective. I have endless time to work with, because I a few years ago, my word of the year was time, and that was a fun time. I will just tell you that.
That was a fun time.
And I loved when Katie, when you introduced your word, or at the end of what you were talking about with your word, how you said, so this is what I'm being challenged with every year, or this year. That's what I always share with people. When you choose a word, you are not going to be handed that on a silver platter. You're going to be given opportunities to practice it. And so I loved that you used that word challenge, because I feel that every time I choose one. But you guys may have heard a new song coming into the intro today. And one of the things that I have been working on behind the scenes for the last year is some high vibe music to go with the Breakthrough Show Network. And so taking some of the lyrics that I've worked on throughout the years, I'm also working with one of my incredible co-hosts on Project Joy, Olivia Ambani, who is a singer out of Kenya. There's a lot of us that are musicians and singers within the network. And so we're working on putting together all of this music. And I'm very excited to announce that next Sunday at 12 o'clock, when this goes live, the entirety of the song "A View of the Light" is going to be available on Spotify and Apple Music and all of that fun stuff. So I'm going to put the little QR code up. It's over Ann right now. So I'm gonna there you go, Ann. Vanna White there, everyone. But I have a little something for you guys, if I can take 2 minutes of your time, a little gift before we leave today, if you will.
Sure.
Footsteps echo on the glassy ground. Each step a whisper. whisper, yet the sound is loud. Through the haze of doubt, I found my way. A spark, a glow, it grows inside a path where shadows cannot hide. This is a view of the light, a fire burning through the night. We rise, we shine, we take the fight. Oh, a view of the light. Mountains bend as dreams collide. Ooh, rivers turn, but still they guide. Every fall becomes a climb again. The wind, the storm, they push, they pull, but hope is fierce and hearts are full. This is a view of the light, a fire burning through the night. We rise, we shine, we take the fight. The view of the light.
There she is, everybody. The season 9 theme song of Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light.
That is, oh, I'm
I don't want that to end.
goosebumps and
Yeah.
tears.
It really touches my heart.
Oh,
My
So
heart
just
feels is
stunning.
so warm and fuzzy, and then I got like it's just the happiness feeling that I feel, and you can't help but to cry tears of joy. Really, in here.
No. Oh, that was
It's
so-
very exciting. So next Sunday, you guys can go pre-save that. You can search my name on Spotify or Apple Music, Jessica Dugas, or you can just look for A View of the Light next Sunday. And then also out, which came out on New Year's Eve midnight, was a song called You Are the Joy, which is the season 7 theme song of Project Joy Live, which is another, I mean,
Tear
that
jerker.
one, that was a little nostalgic. I mean, it feels very like my kids said, this is like a 90s sitcom. I'm like, yes, I get it. So it's super exciting to have some, high vibe music to go with all of the good energy that we're putting out there in the world.
Yes,
Wow.
indeed.
And it all continues next week. Who wants to hear who our guest is next week?
Yes, please.
Anybody?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh my God, you guys,
them down
I'm
now.
so excited. I am excited and thrilled to present Dr. Amber Mellihal Wolf, who was the last Lemurian princess. So those of you with Lemurian ties. And in the past on our show as a guest, she has given us life-changing meditations with like the Pleiadian star mothers that brought Bex to tears, I remember. And it was amazing. And she has introduced us to another favorite thing of mine, the dragons of Lemuria. And now there's something new that she's bringing to us, something like who was Katie the one talking about how we need to nurture our soul and our nervous systems this year? So in her spiritual journey, Amber has been shown the true resilience does not come from pushing harder, but from building it with compassion and presence. And rooted in resilience is the space Dr. Wolf has created so that you can access the tools, the guidance, and the wisdom and community that have transformed her own little life and the lives of many others. So join us next Sunday, January 11th at 12 noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, and we'll see you then. Woo-hoo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I don't know what to do now. I guess I'll just say goodbye. See you next week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go and check out the Breakthrough Show Network YouTube channel and all the wonderful shows that are on that, and so much that's still in our coffers, and you can all access them for free. And yeah, turn off that CNN and TNN and whatever else you're watching that doesn't really have. This will feed your soul.
Can I chime in for a moment while
Yes,
we're
please.
sort of, we do have a newsletter that we release through, with Jessica's help, getting us set up on Sender. So everyone who was getting it before is continuing to get it, but I just got to figure out a way to make an easy opt-in for people.
Yeah, like the sort of a link from our web page, our Facebook page.
Something like that. So it will have all the up-to-date links. So it's just one click to easily access our shows, like on the different platforms, the recordings, a little talk about our current guest of the week, as well as upcoming guests. So you could bookmark ones that are, especially, light you up inside. So that's a work in progress.
Okay. We love your work in progress, and thank you so much for taking that on, because it's a monster project. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone for being here, and we'll see you next week. And we'll talk. Well, stay tuned because we have a meeting after this. Thanks. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks everybody.
Thanks.
Happy New
This is a view